Hi guys, today we're going to do section 1.6. So we're going to leave off, we had just left off with adding and subtracting, and now we're going to do multiplying and dividing real numbers. So we have two parts in today's lesson. The first part is to multiply and divide real number rules. And our rules for that are that if the two items have the same sign, then it will be a positive answer. If they have different signs, it'll be a negative answer. So there's just one set of rules for multiplying and dividing, and they're fairly simple. So we're going to practice here, try and practice without a calculator. For those of you who think you already know this, maybe pause me and then do the problems and then see if you get them right. All right, number 1. 8 times negative 12, those are two different signs, so I know my answer is going to be negative. 8 times 12 is 96. I was doing in my head 8 times 2 is 16, carry the 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Number 2, they're both different signs, so negative answer, and I get negative 99. Number 3, they have the same sign, even though they're both negative, that's okay. They're the same sign, so the answer is positive. 10 times 4 is 40. Okay, in this one I'm going to do it in groups, and I'm going to do it so it's easy to multiply our mental math that we had done. Those two, forgetting about the 7 for a minute, are different signs, so I'm going to have a negative answer. 5 times 2 is negative 10. Then I have to do negative 10. I'm going to bring down my negative 7. Now I have the same signs, so my answer is going to be positive 70. Okay, now I'm going to start giving you some fractions, some powers. These are things that the expression number 5, something you should have done several times. A negative number times a positive number. Don't worry, that's fraction. Negative times positive, different signs, negative answer. When you're multiplying fractions, you see if anything in the numerator can simplify with anything in the denominator. There isn't anything, so you just multiply. 7 times 3 is 21 over 10 times 5 is 50. That's your answer. Okay, this one, we just did powers a couple lessons ago. This means negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. Okay, so if I do the first two, same signs, positive answer. 4 times 4 is 16 times the negative 4. 16 times negative 4, different signs, negative answer. And I'm going to get 64. Okay, so now we're going to do some quotients. We're going to do some division. Same rules apply. Number 1, I look at the sign. They are the same sign, so my answer is positive. 28 divided by 4, 7. The other way that we write division, 36 divided by 6 is 6, but they have different signs, so the answer is negative 6. 54 divided by negative 9, they have different signs, so my answer is negative. 54 divided by 9 is 6. Number 4, same signs, positive answer. 56 divided by 7 is 8. Okay, division of fractions. If you forgot this, the way that we do division of fractions is we change it to multiplication. We keep the first number, 3/4. Change it to multiplication, and then we take the reciprocal, which means we flip the 2, and it becomes negative 2 over 5. Now this is what I had talked about with canceling. Anything on the top with anything on the bottom, the 2 and the 4 can both be divided by 2. I get 2, and I get 2 here, I get 1 up there. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10, and it was a negative times a positive is a negative answer. All right, a word problem. Please write down the word problem. You make 5 withdrawals of equal amounts of money from your bank account. Okay, well, withdrawal means that you're taking it out, and they're equal, so I'm taking out 5 equal amounts. That you withdraw is $360. $360. What is the change in your account balance each time you make a withdrawal? So we've taken out $360 5 times. So we've decreased the account by $360 over 5 times. I need to divide those by 5. I know that it's going to be a negative, which means I'm going to be withdrawing money. Makes sense. And then I'm going to divide these. 36 divided by 5 would be 7. I get 35. Bring down a 1. 5 goes into 10, 2. So what is the change in your bank account balance each time you make a withdrawal? It decreases, because this is what the negative sign means, by $72. Okay, so let's look at part 2, and then we're done. Part 2, simplifying square root expressions. So now I'm throwing some negatives in towards our square roots a little bit here. And this first one, so you should have written part 2, and write down everything that's at the top here. This just means I want the negative square root of 25. Well, the square root of 25 means what number times itself is 25. That would be 5. And then I just want the negative answer. That's what that's asking for. So my answer is negative 5. Because negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. This one, number 2, means I want the positive and the negative answer. So square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 49 is 7. And I'm just going to write a plus minus because that means I want the positive answer and the negative answer. Okay, number 3 and number 4. Positive and negative square root of 16 means positive and negative 4. And this number 4 means I want the negative square root of 121. Well, 121 is 11, so the answer is negative 11. All right, that's it for today. Have a good one.